Evening, afternoon, fellow Facebook, YouTube, social mediaites. My YouTube fans sent me some cigars. I got one cut and lit, and they're pretty tasty. Got the door closed, the window wide open. That's what's up. Good cigar. I appreciate the fans sending them. So one of my YouTube fans sends me a story about a notorious female rapper. It says he's pretty bummed out about this rap chick named Megan Thee Stallion. He used to be a fan of hers, but now he's ashamed because of all the bullshit that's going down. And he found out that she's a dirty, lying, manipulative cunt who almost got another rapper killed for exposing her lies. Newsflash, there were some women out there who will screw each other over and screw men over at the cost of getting what they want. And I say some women because if all women were like that, I would straight up go asexual. So here's the backstory. Megan Thee Stallion started making music not too long ago, and she was getting really big, really fast. Her best friend was sleeping with a rapper from Canada named Torre Linez, so they all used to hang out in Hollywood together from time to time. One night, as they were hanging out at a Kylie Jenner's house party, Megan gets really drunk, and her friends start arguing about having interest and sexual relations with Torre Linez. They all leave the party together, drive a short distance, argue some more, and then the friend, whose name is Kelsey, pulls out a gun on Megan and shoots her. Torre tries to step in and intervene and takes the gun away from Kelsey. Time passes on. Megan takes to the internet and blames Torre because she was mad that she found out he had slept with her and her friend. Torre goes on trial for the incident, but the friend, Kelsey, gets immunity and restricts every statement she has said about the situation since she got immunity and couldn't be charged. The courts put all the blame on Torre, even though neighbors who were witnesses said they saw Kelsey shoot Megan, and he gets 10 years in jail for trying to stand up for and be the good guy, you know. That was a few years ago. He was coming forth with new evidence to prove that he's innocent, and the day before that happened, he gets stabbed 14 times. And of course, these man-hating femcel bitch-ass, cunt-ass 304s are wishing for his death, even though it was proven in court that he never shot her. It's fucking sick how these bitches and their lies costed this man his freedom, and he almost lost his life. And they are defending each other even after Kelsey shot Meg. And he says, I hate them. I say, yeah, women can be backstabbers like that, dude. It's sad. You don't gotta send me videos. I get what you're laying down. And like I says, I like how women all will defend themselves and each other when it comes to this crap. But when a man does it and he's proven not guilty, he gets ran through the system and murdered and tortured and thrown in jail, etc. Femcells are the fucking worst. Because if men pulled this crap, women would hate us even more. Okay, so he says, they are the worst. Femcells and incels suck. I fight for male and female rights and mental health and standing up for the little guy and fuck sickos. Pretty straightforward. They're the worst. And what sickens me more than these two Siamese snatch suckers doing it is the amount of women who know the truth and think it's okay or just choose to ignore it and let someone rot in prison. The guy who got stabbed 14 times was in critical condition with 2 collapsed lungs, and they are celebrating it. He says, what if your ex-girlfriend did this to you and your friend got blamed for what she did? Blah, 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 blah. I'm like, yeah, I get what he's saying. Between that and P. Diddy's ex, Casey, actually consenting to the freak-off parties, but now she's acting like she had no involvement in it. Yeah, no shit. He says that he's happy he has a good woman on his side because dating is impossible with all this toxic feminist culture bullshit going on. And he says, please show some kind of support and draw awareness to this. The guy almost died defending a woman. So yeah, hashtag free Torre Linez. That says, it's really disgusting as hell. Women are so catty towards each other. But the second the shit like this happens, they come together and rip someone else apart. You said it. Hold up. Just because he's a man and women and men have been conditioned to hate each other, and it's only called out when women aren't doing it, because if they hate you, it's modern day feminism, and if men hate women, men are sexist and they better check their fucking privilege. He says, do a video on this, man. I wish I had the platform you did. And as soon as I make a video about this crap, everyone's going to attack me for being an incel. I'm like, fuck that, when I hate incels equally as much as I hate femcells. Just like Amber Heard with Johnny Depp, you get the picture. Okay. Yeah, justice for Torre. Let me ask women this. If a man accused you of rape or murder or assault and you were innocent and you got thrown in jail for it, and men defended the decision even though they knew that she was innocent, you would fucking hate us even more. See, women have no problems screwing over each other and screwing over men because women and men have been conditioned to hate each other. And they make it all about gender. Well, your side has more privilege. And it's like, shut the fuck up. And if he was not dating one chick or the other, and it was just casual sex, then it's not cheating. And even then, that doesn't justify shooting your so-called best friend. Like, what kind of friend is that? This is like Psycho 304 shit at its finest. This one chick shoots Meg for sleeping with the guy that she wants to be with. And this dude's just trying to get his dick wet, you know. But, like, here's the best part of it. If women pull this crap and you give them crap about it, you're slut-shaming. If she's not looking to date, she's just doing the casual sex thing, you know. And then some dude, like, shoots his buddy in the dick for doing this crap, like, you fucked my woman, blam. And then, like, for example, if another chick sees that and tries to yank the gun out of his hand, and she goes to jail for shooting that guy's dick off, you would be pissed. When it comes to gender relations, if it were gender reversed, it would be a different story and treat others the way you want to be fucking treated. Plain and simple. Got about 4 beers left in my name. I'm just sitting back, chilling. Terrence Pop kind of red-pilled my face to the truth that society does not give a rat's flying fuck about men or men's rights, especially if you're white, straight, cisgendered. It's all about everyone else's rights, everyone else's safe space, everyone else's equality, everyone else's truth. There's just way too much hatred in our society, and I'm fucking sick of it. If I hate you because you're not like me, you know, I get told I'm the bigot. But if you hate me because of the way your people have been treated by my people in the past couple of centuries, no one says shit about the hypocrisy of it, cuz. I might cut a little bit more off of that. It really is treat others the way you want to be treated. And if you're going to be a complete bitch, asshole, cunt, just because over sex, you know what I'm saying? That whole thing started because some dude was fucking chicks. And if, like, you want to piss off women, here's a classic example of it. Sleep with one woman when you're not in a relationship, keyword is not, and then fuck her best friend and watch what happens. They will turn on each other like you don't even know. That cigar does not want to fucking stay lit. To be fair, men do stupid shit for sex too. They do, and it's just sad. You're letting sex and dating control your life, and it's sad. And then the second anyone tries to stand up for this innocent man, what happens? They get chastised. Get a hole and poke the back of it there. There we go. Anyone else, it's innocent until proven guilty. And for us men, it's guilty till proven innocence. Everyone was canceling Johnny Depp, talking all this crap about him, accusing him of all these horrible things, just like Marilyn Manson got accused. And the second they found out he was innocent, they were like, oh, fuck. Oh, jeez. Dude, I'm so sorry you had to go through that. Well, she's a complete bitch. I'm like, total female simp behavior at its finest, which stands for, you say it with me, sluts idolizing mediocre penis. No amount of good dickin' is worth shooting someone you call your friend. And it's like, you couldn't just talk about it like mature adults? Of course not, because some women are just like that. See, that's the thing of it, ladies. When you think with your emotions, it tends to get you into trouble. Oh, wait, what trouble? Because no one cares when it happens to a dude. It's just like dudes sticking with their dick. It gets them into trouble, and when they do get in trouble, they tell you to just accept the consequences of your actions. For women, it should be chicks before dicks, and for dudes, it should be bros before hoes. Because a friendship, in my opinion, is more important than good sex or dating. Dudes and chicks will come and go in your dating life, but friends are forever. And women are notorious for having frenemies. And what a more perfect example than the story I just fucking mentioned. Now we're cooking. One of my fanboys reached out to me and they were just like, this would be a video right up your alley, dude. Gender-based relations rants. And people are like, I'm just sick and tired of Cobra bitching about gender relations. God, I'm sick of it. Who's forcing you to watch? No one's forcing you to make videos on the topic, Josh. Just shut the fuck up, Cobra. You don't know what you're talking about. And it's like, yeah, I kind of do. Because from an outsider's perspective, I'm sick and tired of the way women and men treat each other. And this female rapper's friend, shoots her friend over some dick. No, it's ludicrous, dude. Not trying to make rap puns. Jicka, 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 jicka. It's the truth. I would never hurt my friends over some good pussy. That's fucking stupid. I'd be like, wow, you played us both. And that's when I kick that person to the curb. And then you get the women who constantly date assholes and then complain because every guy they date's a fucking asshole. We already covered that. I'm not going to repeat myself on that. Two ways to piss off a female. Call her a cunt and fuck her best friend behind her back. Even though you're not dating, you're still going to piss her off. And if you're in a committed relationship, you shouldn't cheat. I did cheat once and I regretted it ever since. And karma caught me full circle with that 6-year dry spell. And then when I finally do get a girlfriend, she's a complete psycho fucking cunt and an insufferable human being of a person. And it's like, yeah, karma's a cunt, and so is my ex-girlfriend. Winning? No. Fuck sickos, fuck the trolls. I'm just sick and tired of it, man. And then women constantly bitch about why it's so hard to be friends with other chicks. You do it to your fucking selves. You stupid ass 304 slaggots. It doesn't do you any good as a female to bitch and complain because all of your friends are secretly the biggest cunts to you and behind your back. So you know what you do? You get yourself some female friends who are not going to be your frenemies. And watch what happens. I like how women will stab each other in the fucking back and, you know what I'm saying, steal men from each other, etc. The second some shit like this goes down and the man is in jail for it, do they check if he's innocent? No, then they go from being candy-ass fucking cunts to each other to tear on that man a new asshole. And I like how my YouTube fan, he says he's glad he's got a good woman at his side because modern day dating is so fucking toxic with all this toxic femininity and toxic masculinity. And it's like I said, our society is literally conditioning people to hate each other. And they segregate us based off of stupid differences like sexual orientation, gender, religion, rich, poor, race, what country you're from, etc. Well, fuck that Meg bitch and fuck that Kelsey bitch. Y'all are fucking insufferable. If it were gender reversed and he actually was guilty, you know, you'd never hear the end of it. Men are just violent, sex-crazed animals and pigs, blah, 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 blah. We're not allowed to speak out against women or anyone else because that's racist, sexist, transphobic, homophobic, etc. When they speak out against us, well, we better shut our fucking mouths. I don't got a problem with trans people or gays or women or blacks or what have you. What I have a problem with is the way people treat each other. And then when they get just a little bit of privilege, people out there abuse it. And all it does is just ruin it for everyone else. Now, I'm not going to shout out the fan who sent me the information because I don't want them getting harassed. We'll call him Fanboy T for short. Appreciate you sending me the information. And I do have a platform with my YouTube, and I stand for equality and justice. Why do I fight for women's rights? Because nobody gives a shit about men's rights. Why do I fight for men's rights? Because I'm a man. And if I only fought for women's rights alone, y'all would call me a fucking simp. And if I only fought for men's rights, you call me a fucking asshole who hates women, etc. And it's like, fuck that, dude. So it's all about gender equality when it comes to this argument. Should be about racial equality too, but what do I know? Google white slavery, and when you Google white slavery, and you find out that white slaves existed in Africa, all of a sudden this whole argument just did a fucking 180, dude. Some wigger ass bullshit. I said it with a W, calm down. Did you just say the N-word? Nagger? What? No. I didn't say the N-word. Nagger. Nagger, please. See what I did there? And like, women don't have to be honest with who they've slept with in the past. If men ask about, well, how many guys have you been with, and have you fucked any of my friends? She's going to be like, well, that's none of your damn business. But if she asks the question and he doesn't say shit about it, he's a player. Right. So you can't, like, player shame men for being sexually liberated and being more picky with who they're sleeping with. But if women do it and they get slut shamed for it, you'll never hear the end of it. Three to four beers left, and I'm smoking on a weekend stogie. I've got like 4 of these cigars left, so I'm going to be saving on those for a hot minute. And I appreciate the fans sending me cigars to my P.O. box. And when they give women and men certain privileges or more privilege than the other side, depending on the situation, all it does is pin the sexes against each other. This whole battle of the sexes bullshit. I'm fucking sick of it. Beer me. Or blow me, I don't care which. I'll say it again, when it comes to gender relations, if it were gender reversed, it'd be a different story. Put yourself in the opposite sex's shoes for a second and go, how would it feel if it happened to you? Fuck Ted Bundy, but let me just use him as an example. What if Ted Bundy got acquitted of all the murders he did to all those poor victims? And fuck serial killers, I hate them. And fucking... And if women were complaining about it because they knew he was guilty, and men everywhere giving them shit about it, you'd hate it. Also, piss on Ted Bundy's grave. So long story short, some random female rapper made it big, and her and her best friend and me both fucked some other rapper from Canada. And when they found out that they were both interested and they both wanted a piece, they fought over it. And of course, they were at some random celebrity's house, and alcohol was involved. I'm like, Jesus fucking Christ. Yeah, I like how P. Diddy's ex is claiming she had nothing to do with it this whole fucking time. But I would have been like, wait a minute. If he's with somebody, why the fuck is he all fucking other people and kids and shit? That's gross. P. Diddy is a nasty, 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 nasty man. And I'm going to avoid using that word to describe him and calling him a British cigarette, if you catch my drift. And calling him, like I say, he's a nasty pedo and he's a piece of shit. I hope P. Diddy gets Epstein in prison. I'd be laughing my ass off. If P. Diddy's parties didn't cross over into rape and trafficking minors, and everything was just consensual, it would have been a different story. You know what I'm saying, Tubes? Like, oh, a bunch of adults fucking each other and doing drugs. Now, all these fucking celebrities who are caught partying with Diddy are fucking shitting themselves going, oh, fuck. Do not want to get that all over the place. Give that a little roll in the tray there. Like, if men want to be casual with their sexual experiences with other adults, women call them players, and they say, well, you're just afraid of commitment. And you're just mad because men don't get slut shamed for getting sex. It's because, and you want me to be a dick about it? Because I'm going to be a dick about it. Women are the gatekeepers to sex. So if you want to get mad because your best frenemy fucked the dude you're trying to get with and you both caught feelings for him, newsflash, sex will do that to you. Sex will make you have feelings for the person you're doing it with or that you're doing it to. That's just how it is. If you want to get mad at your fucking female frenemy for doing it, well, let me ask you this. If you and the person you fucked are not in a romantic relationship, if you're not in an open relationship of any kind, it's just casual, consenting adult sex, then what's the big fucking deal? Women are the gatekeepers to sex. All they gotta do is show up and say yes. And they sit here and they overthink it. Like, typical Friday nights, you're going out to drinks with your gal pals, and you're looking through your closet full of clothes. You see the hot outfit you want to wear that would just have heads turning like, damn! Every guy at the club checking you out. But then you think to yourself, I don't want my friends to think I'm a cheap slut. So you try to go more casual with it. And then you think to yourself, well, I don't want my friends criticizing me for my outfit and saying shit like, you could have dressed a lot prettier, girl. Show off your curves. Body positivity. Woo! They will scream body positivity until you look better in a tight skirt than they do. They will scream body positivity until your female ass looks better in skanky clothing than they do. Yes, sir. Why is it that women are so goddamn catty towards each other, so quick to slut shame each other behind each other's backs, and they get mad when everyone else fucking does it to them? But the second it's over dick or drama, fucking, then they band together. They go from ripping themselves apart to ripping you apart because you're the dumbass that decided to go, yeah, you know what? I want to fuck this one chick, and then I'm going to fuck her friend and just see what happens. It's like sticking your dick in crazy. Don't do it. Oh, women crave sex just as much as men. They're just a bit more, I would say, reserved about it because there's this sexist, mentality of our society, YouTube, that says it's not very ladylike for women to crave sex. I'm like, bullshit. It's just like farting, Everyone does it to a point. Except there's less drama involved with farting, and if everybody wants to make a stink about it, well, guess what? Everyone's got an asshole and they all stink. So, just like opinions, right? Fucking A. And you cannot let these toxic assholes get to you. And here's what happens. Some asshole has a horrible experience with dating. And this happens to both women and men. It's just part of dating. So instead of working on yourself, maybe it's you, or learning to pick better dating partners, don't throw dick and cunt to the first asshole who bats their eyes at you or hands you a compliment or a rose. What do? You give the younger generation shitty advice about dating so that all it does is continue the bullshit of women and men treating each other like shit. And then, by the time they get to be your age, they'll sit there and go, dating sucks. Wah! No, dating is what you put into it. Plain and simple. It does not have to be overly fucking complicated. There was way too much pressure on women and men to sleep around. If men aren't sleeping around, they're incels. They're losers. If they are sleeping around or try to sleep around, they get player shamed. And I'm like, ladies, don't hate the players, hate the game. If women don't give it out, they're called a cock tease. And if they try to get it or give it out, they get told they were an attention-seeking slut. I'm like, wait a minute. So you expect us to have sex all the time, but then you give a shit about it as soon as you try to get it. That makes total fucking sense. Like, yeah, there's too much pressure to sleep around, and the second you do it, men get told they're just disgusting asshole sleazy players. Women get told you're just sluts and this and that. And I'm like, well, that's kind of bullshit in my opinion. Now the cigar is rolling. Oh, fantastic. And I only smoke in my computer room. That's why the rest of the house doesn't stink of tobacco and such. Doors closed, windows open. We're golden. Golden Cobra by Limp Bizkit. And you know why some women hate me? Because I don't put up with 304 bullshit. I don't give a fuck if I get laid. I know how women think, and I don't give a fuck if I'm dating anyone. I'm content with being single, and I'm unapologetically myself. I don't take shit at face value. You know? I see women abusing their female privilege. I'm going to call it out because why not? If women are allowed to call out men when we abuse our male privilege, but I can't call it out when you do it, that's not only sexist, but that's also extremely hypocritical. And if you act like, well, I'm not allowed to call it out because you have a vagina, that's entitlement. Speaking of assholes, ooh, that smells like Asperger's. I farted, excuse me. And there was no cure for assholes or stuck-up women, because eventually when they hit the wall, either boxed wine in Catland or cheap beer in a Dogland, and they're alone, and they're bitter and bitchy and angry because they can't find somebody. Or they're just sick and tired of all the bullshit on the dating scene and how toxic our society's become, you know? They have no one to blame but everyone else, and including themselves, because it's a people problem. You know why dating sucks? Because people are jerks to each other. You ever hear a person say that? How refreshing is it to find somebody who actually cares? And it makes you think there's still good in the world. Case in point. You gotta stop giving a shit what your little 304 slagget friends think of you. Stop giving a shit what people think about you and just keep doing your fucking thing. I've got one hell of a nicotine buzz going right now, man. Might just have to take a couple more fat rips and then like let it cool off. So you had no problems shooting your friend over some dick, but then the second that man tried to stop it, and he gets blamed for it, like some benign sexism bullshit, because apparently women who scream chivalry is dead, and the second you try to hold the door for them, it's benign sexism. It's like, okay, now that women have equality to men in a Western society, they're bored and they're looking for drama and something to bitch about. So you don't hold the door for them, and it's like, well, that was rude. So which is it? If I hold the door for you, I'm a raging sexist asshole. If I don't hold the door for you, chivalry's dead, and I'm a sexist asshole. I'm like, Jesus fucking Christ. Pick a lane, dude. Do better, man.